back. It's 2024, and we are back with Betway, where you get way more and ONSIDE ZA. It's been a hell of a festive period. We have teams choking on their Christmas dinner as usual.
True.
And Ten Hag's yo-yos keep going up and down. Welcome to the show, Len Moleko.
It's fine. Throw shots. It's fine. Marco, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Happy
How are
New
you?
Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. I like your Swallows shirt.
At least I honored my fixture.
Getting swallowed.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
I honored my fixture. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Super Sub. Yes. I didn't snub fixtures.
Wow.
Welcome to the show, Tepi. Welcome, darling. Tepi Worldwide. And of course, everybody's favorite super sub. Welcome to it.
Danko.
Remember last week, the last episode, last year, we promised a baller a 500 Rand Betway top up. And that baller, Tepi, announced for us who won the prize.
Drum roll, please. Congratulations to Azile Nkosane. He predicted correctly that Liverpool is going to be leading the log, and they are.
I thought Arsenal would be leading, I'll be honest.
They had too much tech.
Oh, no. I see what's happening now. Ne?
What?
Remember towards the end of the last year's version of ONSIDE ZA, brought to you by Betway.
Where you get way more.
Get way more. There were shots that were being fired at certain individuals.
Okay.
And they took it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's got a good memory.
It's
He's
fine.
got a good way. He was doing
But
it
so do we.
deliberately, yeah.
What?
fine.
So what? Does this feel like vengeance to you?
No, there's no vengeance.
It is.
Like, it's seasonal.
Call it what it is.
It is what it is, my friend.
Seasonal.
Happy New Year to all you ballers. Thank you for joining us once again. I see all the messages here and thank you so much. We have another big announcement before we get into all the content of this, and I'll remind you guys all of it. A big announcement.
The biggest.
We are back on Tuesday nights from next week.
Boo, 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 boo.
Ballers, you've been asking. There was a comment here at the very beginning from Charles saying, my last live show next week, I'm going back to work. Charles, don't worry. This is not your last live show. Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. ONSIDE ZA will be back with you along with the Betway team. So guys, looking forward to Tuesday nights.
No, definitely. I think the ballers have been asking for it, and I think it just makes sense. You know, I think Fridays, a lot of people have got a lot of stuff to do, and they've been saying we've been missing you guys since you moved on to Fridays. So we answered, because this show is about the ballers after all. It's not about us.
Absolutely.
Yo, Ndubo Nekunguni, yes. He says, welcome back, guys. We love you here in England.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Okay?
Levels.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
2 hours away. We love you too. Hours away.
Come on.
Sorry. Starting the... But like, Tuesdays should be good. I mean, like, a lot of the villages are only coming back today, right? Right?
Villages, my friend?
What?
Villages.
Yeah. People from the village.
Well, let's kick off
I
with
came back from
with
the village today.
That's why you're wearing your uncle's hat.
What? Kaza Cheese Village.
I came back from Cape Town City Village.
Let's not talk about where we're coming from, okay?
Okay, let's talk about where we're going.
Levels, ne?
And
Let's
speaking
talk about
of where we're
we're
going,
going.
let's kick off with DStv Premiership. And all the noise on Twitter I'm seeing is, and I'm going to hand this one over to you, Super Sub. It's hard getting back into this thing. Sorry, guys. But Pirates fans
Yeah?
saying, Ribeiro, thanks for the memories. Thanks for all the cups. What? Now it's time to buy.
Look, I mean, he's already won a cup this season already.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. We've spoken about this. Instant gratification is a big problem in modern day football. And we can't. Let's allow the coach to do his job. Eventually, he's going to take the corner, I believe. You know, and I mean, he just had so many draws. It's not like he's getting a lot of losses. Yes, I know to win the league, you need to win, to finish second and have chance in CAF Champions League, you need to be winning the games. But I don't think we're really far off from just turning the corner and be that formidable side.
I think it's the case of regression versus progression, right? I think that last season, how the team was finishing off last season, it was a real apex, and they've come down from there. But is the manager going to change that?
Look, I mean, it's difficult to say, but I'm a firm believer that if you give a manager an opportunity, eventually he will turn the corner. I'll take it back to when Rudy Kroll, when Pirates won a treble. Rudy Kroll had not won anything in 2 seasons, but in the 3rd season he delivered a treble. So this man is in his 2nd season. He has already delivered some trophies, and why would you want to get rid of him?
That's 3 to be precise, right?
Trophies.
2 MTNs and a net bank.
Yes,
That's
not
more
bad.
than any coach has won.
in a short period.
No. That's more than any coach has won in the DStv Premiership.
But okay,
If we are being fair,
Yeah,
because we look at last season, how many cups were on offer? It was only
Was it not
3.
4?
No, it
3.
was 3.
it was
Okay.
3 MTN net bank.
4 if you add the
Carling.
No, if
The
you
2
add the
Carlings.
No. Which Carling?
Oh, okay. We're talking about last season.
Last season.
Okay.
It was only 4. It was Champions League /CAF. /Confed. It was the
MTN.
league, MTN 8 and Netbank. He won MTN 8 and Netbank. Sundowns won the league.
Yes.
Cool. That was last season.
Yeah.
This season, he's already won 1.
MTN 8.
So on the basis of the season, in terms of success and trophy delivery and silverware,
He's the most successful coach.
no. This season,
Yes.
he's on par with Rulani Mokoena, who's won the Africa
AFL.
Football League,
Yes.
Yeah.
your favorite cup.
And potentially winning the
Steve
league.
Barker winning the Carling Knockout Cup.
I think, is there a word stronger than potentially? Because you can give them a word stronger than potentially,
Yeah.
but not
It's-
guaranteed,
yeah,
not
it's probably
confirmed.
written-
Somewhere between potential and they've written half the name on the trophy.
Definitely.
Which one?
Sundowns,
Sundowns on
The league.
the league.
Mathematically,
They are becoming.
they
Picasso.
drew one match.
No, they're becoming Picasso's these days. No. It was 2 actually. Back to back.
Now, yes.
6 points clear at the top with 3 games in hand.
Those don't mean game. Those don't mean points.
Games don't mean points, but
Yes,
still.
but we've seen with the games that they had in hand, the 2 that they played. One was against Polokwane City that they cried foul about,
Yeah.
and the other one was against
Cape Town City.
Cape Town City.
On Christmas
as well.
Eve. Yeah.
Yes, drew as well.
But it must also be disheartening for a coach, and I can imagine most coaches, if not all of them, on the PSL log, to know that, and I'm gonna say potentially again, Marco, that mathematically or the chances of them being able to come out number 1 are slim to none, and that might also be a bit disheartening even for the supporters, and maybe that's why they are starting to lose faith in their coaches. Yes, no.
I think
Cape Town Spurs.
I think talking about those 2 draws, I think the closest contenders in a way, other than Cape Town City.
Supersport.
Stellenbosch.
Supersport.
No, for me, it's Stellenbosch.
You think so?
Yes, because if you look at the run of play, in terms of the past 5 games, Stellenbosch actually have a better return than anybody else.
Yeah,
and the
it's,
difference
4
with-
wins and a draw.
Yeah, Stellenbosch, they don't have a lot of draws. They're winning most of their games.
Yes.
So
And with a cup win on top of
But
that.
there's other teams dropping points at the same time that Sundowns are dropping their points, and they've got a big advantage.
So
Okay,
look, between
so
Stellenbosch and
actually, we should be
Sundowns,
asking this then to the ballers. Who do they think is going to... Okay, actually, name us your top 3 come the end of this season. As it stands, we have Mamelodi Sundowns in first position, obviously. And in second position, we have Cape Town City and then SuperSport United. So what is the top 3 going to comprise of? And I'll ask you gentlemen also.
Stellenbosch is going to be there. Sundowns, obviously. And I think Orlando Pirates is actually going to make the top 3.
So you're saying SuperSport is out?
No SuperSport, no Cape Town City.
yeah, look, I mean, I agree with you, Len, with Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates being in the top 3.
Of course, you're going to agree with me when I say Pirates.
Yeah, look, I mean, honestly, we had a shaky start this season, but I still believe like we are Orlando Pirates. I still believe that Jose is still the right man at the helm. I believe that he's going to turn things around. We just need to give him chance,
And your thoughts, Marco?
I think that it's hard to say now with the African Cup of Nations coming up. There's a long break, and that might be the opportunity for Sundowns to recuperate, because it seems like the lack of goals in the last 2 games, 2 0-0 draws, perhaps they need a bit of freshness because they've played a lot more games than anyone else
But
in the league.
But the bulk of their
Realistically,
players
yeah.
are going to Afcon though.
Yeah, but for how long?
I know it's only gonna be for like 2 weeks.
Have faith. Be patriotic. The hell is wrong with you?
I'm
Wow,
sorry,
guys.
ballers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait, sorry, I was not ready for that.
So in essence, when Bafana Bafana land, they shouldn't unpack their bags.
Just live out of the suitcase.
There should be like a Chipper United coach.
I don't know.
Sorry. In terms of the top three, as you asked. Wait, what happened?
We're just seeing some comments here. Sundowns number one. Top three: Downs, Pirates, City.
That's Bolam Posa saying
Yeah.
that. Yes,
Sundowns, Supersport, Pirates.
baller,
is
that
King.
one.
that's King. Yeah.
Stelly second. Soul Motion, Lamini.
And then three
And then
Pirates.
number 3, Pirates. Sundowns, Pirates, Stellies. It's all the same sort of names, I guess. But it shows you actually how competitive those last 2 spots are going to be.
But it also shows how competitive the DStv Premiership is becoming. In as much as we've got so much criticism of it,
In what sense, though?
on some like, the football is boring, what,
Oh,
Not
You
many
know-
goals.
not many goals, it's
Yeah,
draws.
I mean,
but
the most
you
goals
can't,
that we scored in the DStv Premiership as it stands is Costa with 7.
you can't confirm who is going to be number 2. Now, as it stands, you can't confirm who's going to be number 2.
Facts. That's not a lie.
yeah, not true.
No, absolutely not. I think it could be Stellies, it could be Pirates, it could be Cape Town
It
City,
could be
it could be
Chiefs.
Supersport United,
It could be
couldn't be
Chiefs.
Chiefs,
You're
it
100%
could,
right.
I
could
don't
be anyone but
know.
Chiefs.
You know?
I
It
don't
could
know.
be Cape
I
Town
don't see Kaiser
Spurs.
Chiefs, but
It can't be Cape Town Spurs.
crazy things have happened, okay?
Wishful thinking there.
Hey, pardon me, I had to laugh at
The
that.
crazier things that have happened in the history of football was Leicester winning the Premier League. That's the only crazier thing to
There
happen.
we go.
No, true. But like the 2 teams that I think a lot of people, I'm not saying, okay, I let me track back. Not a lot of people are sleeping on, but like majority of the people are not necessarily talking about them, is the progression of Cape Town City and Stellenbosch silently going about their business,
Under the radar.
getting their points, being consistent, and not necessarily making a lot of points. Yes, a lot of people are looking at Pirates, a lot of people are looking at Chiefs because of expectations and the big name stature that the teams have. But if you look at Stellenbosch, they won the Culling Cup silently so.
Yep.
Not a lot of noise was made about it. And they're playing...
Who must make that noise?
Yes, but also
We should
I
talk
mean,
about that
may I
game
just,
for- yeah,
yes,
please, go
for
ahead,
one second,
Seppi.
may I just also say something about Cape Town City as it stands now, Stellenbosch. And once again, this happens with most teams. The last couple of encounters, Richards Bay, it was a natural win for them. Obviously, they played Chipper United, they played Royal AM, they played Golden Arrows. That was meant to be a natural 3, 6, 9, 12 points in the back. So they were able to do that. But the moment they went against Stellies, which is a Cape Town, Western Cape derby, that's when they lost. And then obviously drawing against Mamelodi Sundowns. So obviously the thing about them is that the moment they can see that they can kind of walk all over a certain team or they have a bit advantage, they take that chance, and that's how they got to where they are. Whereas Orlando Pirates, I was saying this last year, that the matches they should be winning, they are not, and that's why they find themselves where they are.
But in the whole Orlando Pirates conversation, right, goes to the game that they lost against Stellies.
when they were leading.
But we lost against Stellies. Was it the opening weekend of the season or the second weekend of the
I
season?
Oh
think it was
yes,
the
that very
first
first
weekend,
match
yeah.
was
It was the
second
first
match.
match.
Yes, right?
Yes.
And again, it's there are certain results that you should not think, okay, no, this is it's
a
in the
walkover.
bag. It's in. Stellies have proved to be a very formidable team, and that's why I'm saying if you look at the form guide in the past 5 games, they're the only ones who have not, well, including Sundowns,
We have not lost a game.
but Sundowns and Sundowns, but they're the only ones who have not lost a game. How could you sit back and say, like, yeah, but Pirates could not? But guys, this is Stellies that we're talking about.
Look, and also, Len, with what Seppi's saying, like the matches that Orlando Pirates should be winning, they're not winning. There is not an easier match. You know, if you're Orlando Pirates, you should be out there beating everyone if you are going to stand a chance to go toe-to-toe with Mamelodi Sundowns, because that's what Mamelodi Sundowns do. You know, and then you go lose to Cape Town Space. I mean, yeah, it's disheartening, and I see why. On hindsight, I also see why some fans will be calling for Jose's head, but I just feel like it's too premature.
But if you are Sundowns, you also go and draw against Polokwane City.
So
yeah,
But that's a once in a while type of occurrence.
No.
but they
But
also
then
had
what's
the
your take
normal in
on-
Cape Town on Christmas Eve.
No, that was it was a mood to happen.
yeah.
Speaking of fixtures around the Christmas period, we did look forward to the Telkom, they call it the Telkom Knockout Cup final.
There was a final,
and,
yes.
And we've only been back now since then.
Yes.
And we're talking about Stellies. And what I like to see is the heart of the team, because they played quite poorly in that final for the bulk of it. They were trailing in the first half. They came back in the second half, equalized, went to extra time, got a late red card, but then won it on pens.
Look, finals are
Finals are finals.
is not make sure.
Yeah, whoever wants it more on the day can take it.
But even if you go to penalties, who wants it more? It's just a case of an error.
Penalties are a gamble.
Penalties
You know?
are truly a gamble.
Remember, was it instant? No, was it? No, wait. Chelsea, Man United.
Yes, penalties. John Terry slipped.
It literally goes down to those little margins. But it was actually not even John Terry's fault, because subsequently, I think Ronaldo missed the penalty. And then Nicolas Anelka went on to become stupid. I think I've told the story before on this podcast
Okay.
about the notes that he was given, and then he was told he must go left.
And Van der Sar made the save.
Yes. Yeah. So when it comes to penalties are a gamble.
And speaking of the Carling Cup, so we have now the All-Star whole situation that's going to be happening. I believe it's happening this weekend. And I'm talking about this because you would remember that Itumeleng Nkune, the number one goalkeeper, number one in Kaizer Chiefs still? Yes? No?
He got the most votes.
Exactly. He got the most votes and he's suspended by his team. And Colin came out, RNA, he's actually the marketing manager there. They actually put out a statement to say that he will not then be part of the
All-star team.
Exactly.
So the
and
vote is mahal.
then they came back and they said, no, there was miscommunication. And mind you, Kaizer Chiefs had said that, no, he's not going to be eligible to still play. But they just came back and doubled down and said, no, actually, he is going to play because he does have the most votes.
Well,
Yeah,
does that
well.
mean that maybe he's also done with his program on the other side?
But how is his team still saying,
But let's be
is it
honest.
not because Colin was saying
Maybe
that
he wants
the
to be part
votes-
of Carling.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
the
but again,
votes.
he can't go play without the green light from his club.
So it's a popularity contest, an all-star team. Is there a more popular goalkeeper in almost all of South African football history than Itumeleng Nkune?
In
No.
all of African football.
I don't think so. Not
No,
many.
I don't think so.
So
Yeah.
Like, look, if you look in the history
So
of, because
I feel
the
like Carling was kind of bending the rules in this case, or Kaizer Chiefs, either party were bending the rules in this case.
who drank who?
well, I think
Oh,
there's.
wow.
Hey, I don't know. Hey, you know,
Wow.
there's good brand alignment.
Yes.
there for.
Yo, Marco.
I'm not, I can't take you anywhere.
Marco. Yo.
Guys, Nizobosho, guys.
Let's
For
move on.
drinking and driving. Okay.
Let's move on to the continent. Obviously, the continent's flagship national competition, maybe the flagship competition for the whole of Africa,
Continental, yes.
is the Afcon. It's not 1996, it's 2024.
No, but you've already given us our fate.
Hugo
Do we have
Bruce,
to-
what do we make of the squad selection
Weak.
there? Obviously,
Weak.
you know, Lyle Foster wasn't made available, didn't make himself available for the side. He's changed Burnley's fortunes since coming back into the side.
I want to hear what Super Sub has to say about this one.
Or Benley did not make him available.
Super Sub,
Or Burnley themselves.
thoughts?
He's not available, guys. He's not available.
Very good.
What can you do?
What can you do?
He's got mental issues. Again.
But
No,
again,
he's struggling with mental health issues.
Oh, yes, of course.
He doesn't
He's
have
struggling with
mental
issues. He's not
no.
crazy.
No.
He's struggling with mental health issues.
Yes, we need to be very precise
On
about
the,
that.
there we go.
Yeah.
But however, what I've got an issue with
Oh, this is Len Muleko's run brought to you by Betway.
Oh,
where
my
you get
apologies.
more.
There you go. Hey, you did it perfectly for me.
I want it from
Okay.
Marco.
This is another Len Moleko rant brought to you by Betway. Get way more. Len, let's hear
So
it.
he's fine enough to play for Burnley, but not for Bafana.
Yes.
And the timing.
So
was just-
he's sick for the country, but okay for Burnley.
So he's okay. This is how I'm
I'm
gonna.
just asking.
Okay, if I'm gonna answer it, I'm looking at it in this way, right? He's in a program that involves a lot of people, psychologists and all of that is in a program. So removing him from that setup means that he missed out on his journey to get better.
For 2 weeks.
Len, we don't know his conditions. You don't know how severe it is. You don't know how much he needs the people that are helping him out. It could be a day, and then the man regress.
Can we just say that he probably just did not, and it was strategic that, he was unwell and was also put in such a way that he's not able to then be part of the starting 11, starting lineup of the squad, and that he's able to then continue with his team, but not look as though he's not patriotic.
But like, no,
I don't
me,
think
I've got
that's
a
the
question.
case.
Okay. Ne?
Is this a continuation of your rant?
I agree, this one dribbled me.
Extended version.
I did not dribble you. I just
okay.
gave you an opinion.
It's okay.
And I'm sticking by it.
It's okay. What I'm asking is, your core business is playing football, right? Cool. Mental health, it happens. Whether you are an accountant, you are an engineer, whatever, or you are a podcaster, it happens, right? You need to take time off, right? Now, think of it this way. If I was a podcaster for the biggest football show on the continent, brought to you by Betway, Getway More.
If.
Yeah?
You're saying if.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm
But we
removing.
are.
No,
Why?
I'm removing myself from the
Oh,
situation.
Okay,
hypothetical.
hypothetically, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
But you are, so. Oh, thanks to you, ballers. Len, please go on. I'm sorry for ruining your energy there.
So, and then a broadcaster who does not have Afcon rights to show on TV asks me to come and say something about Afcon, and I go there. Marco, man.
You're killing me today, Len. Anyway, I'll rebut it in one short point. And the only short point that I'll rebut it with is this. If you had a physical injury and you were seeing physicians in your city and they said you can go back to work, but we need to monitor you closely. You cannot go and work elsewhere where your physicians aren't.
Thank you.
So perhaps that is the only reason that Lyle Foster feels that he's ready to play ball for Burnley and stay with his mental health treatment team there and not travel away to play for his country somewhere else where that team isn't accessible to him. That's the only excuse that you can
Can't
give
they
for
go
it.
with him?
But at the end of the day, there's only one thing.
Len,
There's only one thing that I will say is that South Africans are going to be deeply disappointed because it's a big loss for the side.
no, definitely.
End of the story.
2 weeks, yes, I know.
That is for sure. They will be disappointed. But then you say they can't. Remember, he's in a program, and we don't know how much his team is involved with other players. You can't just remove psychologists because you want Lyle Foster to come travel with Bafana Bafana.
No,
don't
but
know.
psychologists can travel with him.
Facts.
But what about Len?
Or does
What-
he have to be in a certain city, in a
what
certain
I'm saying is-
temperature?
No, Len.
Like,
but what
I'm
I'm saying
trying to
is part of
understand.
a
Yeah,
program.
me too. Like, I will still say that.
It's part of a program,
had he
and that
wanted to-
wait, Tepi, it's part of the program, and that program might not necessarily mean that it's only him that is getting help. There could be other people there.
Also, it's kind of like
a group situation.
it's a group setup.
Well,
the-
we're
The
giving,
club,
we're giving
the
the
scenarios.
club is paying these professionals to work for the club.
I don't
These
see
mental
it.
health professionals. They have to be there on staff in case other players have mental issues. Now you send your whole mental health team
To Bafana Bafana.
To Bafana Bafana.
no,
And then all of a sudden you've got one of the Burnley players or even the manager himself, he starts feeling sad Who do I go speak to?
Yeah.
Just fly to
Just
fly to Cote
Ivory
d'Ivoire.
Coast.
No, the 22 is fine. There's no
Well,
hope
look,
anyway.
can we conclude
We're
this,
just dealing
guys?
with Lyle.
Yeah, let's
No,
move.
it's fine. Tip wanted
Let's
to say
move to the
something. Tip
Bafana
is-
squad.
I'm still not buying it.
No, for
What?
sure.
Lyle or Bafana?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that he does have, mental issue challenges and he is receiving help. But I still believe that if he wanted to come and play for his team,
He could have.
he would have and he could have.
Is it maybe a
That's
thing
it.
of
That's my thing. And
my
I mean,
lost-
I'm not, downplaying, whichever condition he's finding himself in. But if he's
Mental
able to
health
play
issues.
for Burnley, I'm not downplaying it. But if he's able to play for Burnley, and I mean, you may go on about, yes, he has, a team and the like, you can't remove him from his environment. But I would imagine that him playing for his country might maybe improve also his, his mental state.
No, we can't
I'm
do
gonna
that.
go to
You can't,
two
you
comments
can't
before
actually
we
say
Yes,
that.
there's two comments that one of them. Sorry.
No,
Marco.
go on. I think we've chosen the same two.
Sazim Kwanazi says, can't he do
Therapy.
via Zoom? I mean, we did that during
COVID. Yeah.
Hey,
We
bro.
did meetings via COVID.
So that's
I
the
mean,
thing.
via Zoom.
And then Gift Real G saying company needs the therapy.
Look,
So, I don't
I maybe it's because I take mental health situation very seriously because I've seen people that.
No, we all do. I don't
listen,
think
I'm talking about myself right now.
Okay.
Remove
Okay,
yourself
okay.
from this situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo,
So I'm saying.
Okay, can we?
This is an on-site ZA boxing match brought to you by Betway, where you get way more.
punches.
Ding, ding.
Okay, finish your point.
So
here.
what I'm saying is, environment does play a role, and we can't just take it for granted that him playing for Bafana Bafana, it's gonna help him. It's not. We can't take it like that. Then we are done playing his conditions. If he is saying that he is not ready to play for Bafana Bafana, let's move on, guys. There are other players. Let's
Who?
move on.
Zakele Lepas.
Len is a South African player.
Okay, I'm just asking. Anyway, I'm gonna.
Gift is saying here in the comments, Bafana, improve your mental health, lol. That's actually a good point. If there's any way that if you're struggling with mental health, you go play for Bafana at the Afcon, it's not going to help.
But here's the other thing, though.
Yeah.
There is history in, especially Premier League football, right? Whereby a lot of the Africans, and I think we've mentioned this on the show before, whereby teams have a way to manipulate players not to show up for
Yeah.
Afcon.
Yeah.
Also, Alex Ferguson trick, Vincent Kompany learning from the greatest Manchester's ever given.
Yes.
And the
right?
timing on
I
its
remember I had a chat a couple of years ago with Mark Williams, and he was saying, who did he play for in the UK again?
Charlton Athletic.
It was Charlton, yes. They offered him millions on ends on something like, don't go there.
Oh, of course, Len, and I can never downplay that. It's a serious thing. It happens. But what
But
I'm
who
saying
says this is not a... there's theories, Chief. Me, I'm coming with a conspiracy theory. Who says that Burnley is not conspiring that, okay, this is happening, and then we are going to... We can see, without you, we're struggling. We're not scoring goals.
And in your presence, we are doing something great.
And in your presence, we're doing something great.
There we go.
So, Bona, let's find something that's trending.
Okay,
What is it?
Last two comments here.
health.
Last two comments here on the YouTube thing. Because I'm not going to say find something that's trending and say that he did, because he missed games for Burnley. He really did have mental health problems
I mean, you
that he
can
was suffering
prolong
with.
it. You can really
Thing.
drag it.
Okay, but I see Unati mirrored your thoughts there, saying you wouldn't be shocked if Burnley planned this situation up. We've seen this happen before. Good point. And then Bola Mpoza, hey, changing your name on YouTube even, brother.
Oh, darling.
Thank you. But guys, has Foster done well for Bafana even?
To me, that's not even the point. The point is
Present.
the country is playing in a continental showpiece. Be patriotic, come back home, and at least assist in whichever shape that you're able to. Be there.
And last comment on the matter, Spornello saying Arsenal once sent their club physio to Ghana with Thomas Partey in a desperate bid to ensure that their key midfielder avoids injury on international duty. Maybe Burnley could have done that.
Amen.
You're right. It's a very good point. Let's move on to the actual squad itself. There's been a lot of comments here that have disappeared. Soul Motion, Dlamini. The fact that he's left Reyners, who's an anytime goal scorer, doesn't sit well with him. However, I'm happy he selected Apolis. What a footballer, damn.
Okay, so let me
What
just
do you
give
guys
a
actually
rundown.
think? No, wait. Actually,
Yes.
oh, you're gonna give the squad.
Yes,
Okay,
darling.
please give the squad.
Okay, so let's start off with our goalkeepers. We have Ronwin, number 1, Veli Motwa, as well as Ricardo Ross. And our defenders, Sydney Mobi, Grant Gekana, Terence Mashego, Nkosinati Sibisi, Opri Mudiba, Sianda Kulu, Mutobi Mvala, and Kuliso Mudau. So we know them. And midfielders, Mukwena, Debo Spelelo Sitole, sorry, Jaden Adams, Tabang Monare, Tapelo Masego, and Tapelo Morena. We know them. And finally, our forwards, the guys that are going to make sure they score goals, hopefully. Temba Zwane, Zakelele Pasa, Oswana Polis, Mihlali Mayamela,
felt personal.
Pesito, and Evidence Mahop.
So Zwane and
Sundowns
Tau,
Orlando Pirates.
Zwane Tau,
those are the two you're looking for to get the
Zwane
goals.
Tau, we know.
Yeah.
Lepasa,
Standard.
national team, he has a tendency of showing up here and there. I'm not
It might be the nerves sometimes.
not convinced about the squad in its entirety, man.
Who in your view, Len, do you think would have Bafana Bafana's fortunes?
Lyle Forst.
Okay, moving on. Let's move to the rest of the continental showpiece because I think
rest my case.
there's a lot of Sundowns players there. I think Hugo Bruce was limited in certain ways, and maybe there's one or two picks that people are unhappy with. But what he had access to and the squad that we're looking at
Oh my
aligns
God,
fairly
in
well.
Jabulo.
But
Jabulo
questions.
says, as Tepe reads those plays, you can tell that the squad is coming back soon.
Yeah,
No.
but we said 2 weeks. So here's the thing.
You guys.
Okay, cool. Afcon is starting. Today is Friday. Afcon is starting in 8 days' time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a friendly game? And against who? Where? How?
Not one.
It's just an ask.
Not one.
Yeah, no. And
We
then-
actually do. There's an undercover friendly game that we have against the Outlaws. But yeah.
It's private. Oh, yeah, but against Lesotho indoors, I heard that it's going to.
Yes.
Behind closed doors.
Outlaws.
Lebotadi.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
So,
anyway.
like, again,
you would have
yes,
preferred to
they've. Come on, dude. Come on.
what?
Come on.
Namibia.
No. They're in the same group as us, so we can't have a friendly against
Okay,
them.
so?
It would not make sense.
So who? If not Lesotho.
Ghana, Senegal.
Thank you.
Egypt,
thank
Morocco,
you,
Ivory Coast, Nigeria.
Thank you.
The big dogs.
Thank you.
They
We can even
they
go
also
play-
want friendlies.
We can even play Italy. Oh no, we can't because it's
They-
not their
international break.
yes.
Yeah.
But also, I think.
It can only be teams that are going to AFCON.
Do you know what the scam with Afcon is
All
right now?
African
Let's
teams
hear.
that missed out on the
Yeah.
showpiece.
You know what the scam with Afcon is?
Yeah.
So I was reading, it was either yesterday or 2 days before, right? That I think on the 14th of Jan, Man United have a game against Newcastle or Liverpool
Yeah, I can check.
or something like that.
Let me bring it up. Manchester United's next game is Newcastle, I believe. So that's
On the 14th of Jan.
fixtures. 14
There's
Jan
FA as
is-
well there.
Oh, it's Spurs.
It's Wigan with FA.
Oh, sorry,
at home.
Spurs,
Okay.
right? Cameroon's first game of the Afcon is on the 16th. And Onana is going to be playing for Man United against Spurs.
Of course, he did ask for an extension, didn't he?
No.
Yes, he did. Onana
That-
asked that he joined them a bit later. He
Even
did.
even
not
it-
later.
Pleaded.
That's very late to join the
Yeah.
squad.
Exactly.
No, but from
After the game is flying out
Basically.
to Ivory Coast,
no man, Len, are you not confusing the game? Because from what I read, he's gonna play the Wigan game for United.
Yeah, the 14th of Jan, because
the 14th of
this
Jan,
weekend is
Afcon
FA Cup.
Starts on the 13th.
Afcon starts on the 13th. Cameroon's first game.
Man
is
United
on
are
the
out
16th.
of FA Cup, so they're not playing this weekend.
So you guys are only fighting for the league.
Fighting for what?
Their lives.
Yeah. That's
Sorry.
more like it.
That was my comeback. But like it's again that thing. Like you had the PSL finishing on the 31st of December, with the Cape Town derby that happened, Spurs and City, right? When did Bafana go to camp? How much time do they have to actually assemble, get, and be ready for the tournament? Get enough 1 or 2 friendly games. Hell, even if they play Venda FC, it's fine.
And you can't even discuss it as like a goal.
Or Chiefs.
You can't even discuss it and say a goalkeeper is not important to join the squad early, whatever. He's an outfield player.
Yes.
He's practically an outfield player. They go the lot of the play from the back comes through him. So it is important for him to join the squad earlier. So it's not fair from Manchester United or him on his continental team. And Man United have reserve goalkeepers to play against Spurs. It's fine.
And then we must also give credit to, for a change, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Can we give credit to the South African national broadcaster?
Oh,
They are going to show us all Afcon games, ne? And Renbeck is Renbecking. It's fishering, it's Bram fishering.
But can we then, just before we
But
go
going
to
into that,
congratulating the SABC, can we talk about how multi-choice, or is it DStv in this case?
Multi-choice.
And
Super
how
Sport.
they were able to just, at the final whistle, then tell people that, oh, by the way.
I think they were probably negotiating. I think it was a very business thing.
Yes, precisely.
And they were like, listen, the rights will cost a certain amount for us. There's other broadcasters around the continent because SuperSport buy rights probably for multiple countries, not just, it's not worth it for them
It
to
is
buy
the
only
biggest,
for South Africa.
pay-to-air in the continent.
Yeah, so SABC paid for the rights for South Africa only, and then local broadcasters around the rest of the continent paid for the rights in their countries. And I don't think SuperSport were interested in having rights for South Africa only. They would have wanted the continental rights, and that would have been more expensive. So they probably
Well, okay.
So backstory is
I have 3 reasons, but yes, continue, Len.
real G says Venda FC would have trapped Bafana Bafana.
Wow.
If it was a boxing match, yes.
Yes,
But
Len?
props to SABC.
No,
like you
no,
said.
big ups to SABC. So here's the thing, right? There's a broadcaster from Togo. I think they're called New World
Those
TV,
are the guys, New World TV.
right?
They secured
So
the rights. Yeah.
No. They are a KEF broadcast partner. They are the Lagarde, what was it called? Lagarde something that KEF had a deal with before.
They had a deal. Okay, so it says here, New World TV secured both free-to-air and paid TV rights for the major competition across sub-Saharan Africa and in multiple languages in the Togo-based satellite television, like you've mentioned. CAF agreed a 2-year deal, reportedly worth 80 million USD, with a Pan-African broadcaster for the free-to-air and the local media.
So sub-Saharan is from where to where? Those who did
like
geography at school.
Angola, Mozambique,
Below
South
below the
Africa.
equator.
Okay, then what happens
No, that's
above the
central
equator?
though.
I'm saying below.
Okay,
No,
yeah.
what happens above the equator?
But they born.
So Nigeria is not going to watch Nigeria get trapped by
But
Ivory
they
Coast.
probably have their own. Do they not
No.
have their own rights?
Well, if-
then they'll have to figure it out. Or they,
if there's Nigerian TV, I don't know what
They
the
don't have
broadcaster
rights,
is.
yeah.
They probably would have to buy from
DS?
DStv.
Oh, from
does
New
not-
World, yes.
Because DStv is prominent in Nigeria.
Yeah, they have DStv in Nigeria.
So
But
maybe
out
it's a
there-
competition issue.
But remember, there are other countries that does not have DStv, so which means they're also going to be purchasing directly from the main source.
So it depends. So there are 2 separate rights. Because rights, I don't know if New World has bundled their rights or they have unbundled them. So if they are bundled, it means when you buy pay TV,
Yeah.
you can have exclusivity, and then you decide to sell to free to air and then to pay television, which is what SuperSport has been doing for a while. Right?
Yes. Yes, sorry.
So now I suspect, I could be wrong, SABC were able to negotiate free to air directly with New World TV, and they got free to air.
Yes. And just by the way, something quite interesting. It is not the first time that SuperSport has not been able to get the rights for AFCON. Back in
Champions League,
2019.
remember?
Yes. The same thing in CAF happened in
COVID.
2019.
The final.
Yeah, they were not able to
I
get
think
the
we watched
rights.
it on YouTube.
No, they acquired it at the last minute. But also, it's a case of
And they cancelled the last minute friend with the French agency Lagarde, the one you were talking
Yes.
about. Yes.
Okay, so this has been the ONSIDE Business Show teaching you all about broadcast rights and things. Now we return to ONSIDE ZA, the football show, brought to you by Betway, where you get way more. The groups for the Afcon. Group A, Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Nigeria. Obviously, Ivory Coast favorites for that group.
no, Nigeria for me is.
Nigeria.
Yeah,
Look,
even
So
I mean,
those
Still
two outs of the group stages, they'll go through.
they will definitely. Nigeria and
Yeah, but
Ivory Coast are
Equatorial
going
Guinea
through.
ne? And Guinea-Bissau, didn't they win something at the CAF Awards in December?
I'll tell you.
Guinea-Bissau do not play games with, these.
Is that the group of death for Afcon?
For me, at the ish.
Ah,
No,
there's
I think
that,
Group B is. I think Group B is the group of death, by virtue of having Egypt, Ghana, and Cape Verde.
Yeah, because Cape Verde are not pushovers, eh?
Yes.
So that's an interesting one. And then there's, so as you look up those stats for Guinea-Bissau and Equatorial Guinea, that is Group B, Cape Verde, Egypt, Ghana, and Mozambique. Mozambique, real dark horses. They're going to struggle to get out of that one.
They're not going to get out of that one. Not a chance.
Not a
Marco.
chance.
They can cross over to the.
Len, stop it.
Okay, so
Group C, Cameroon, Gambia, Guinea, and Senegal.
see Guinea, Senegal, ne?
Eh, but that's
And
also
Cameroon.
a tough one,
It's
eh?
also a tough one.
Ish.
Shows you how tough the Afcon overall is.
That's a West African affair right there.
But I scheme on paper,
Yeah.
ne? On paper, you'd say Senegal and Cameroon. But I think Guinea and Senegal will actually make the 16s. But also remember,
Historically, Cameroon and Senegal, in terms of the history of the nation's performances in World Cups and in Afcons and stuff, you would back them, right?
no, fair.
They're
So-
football nations historically.
No, true, but also, if you look at it, it's a case of a Guinea can also get out of this group because with the Afcon and the way it's set up, there's also a third
Oh, yes.
third place best finisher.
Yeah.
That will go. Oh, but okay.
May I also
3 weeks,
talk
3
about-
weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks.
Now, which is something.
Seppi, what did you find, darling?
Yes, I'm still looking for what Guinea-Bissau won, but something else that I just want to just throw in there. This one is coming from CAF. It says that the prize money for CAF has now increased by 40%. Right? So that would mean that the Total Energies Afcon Cote d'Ivoire 2023 will now get Total Energies will now get a USD 4 million. That's equivalent to 75 million South African rands. Each of the two semi-finals.
That's Sundowns.
No, AFL Opel Sundowns, they got
76, 75. It was the same.
no man, I'm sorry, number one wins 7 million. My bad.
Oh.
My bad. I'm sorry. I take
$7
that
million.
back. 7 million US, that's 128
Okay.
million. And the runners up are the ones that get 4 million, like Sundown 75 million. And each of the two
guys
semi-finalists
guess
will
who's doing
receive
this?
2.5.
Denny Jordan.
Safa.
That's why I love you, Super Sub. I missed you.
Yes, and then the two semi-finalists will receive 2.5 US, that's 46 million, and each of the four quarter finalists will receive 1.3 mil, that is 23.
And then last 16, what do you get?
Not
I just want to see how
A
much
golden
Bafana is going to
handshake.
get.
Participation
golden
fee.
handshake.
Congratulations.
It's like, thank you for coming.
Like
thank
medals,
you.
you
Thank
guys.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Group D, Algeria, Angola, Burkina Faso, and Mauritania. That seems to be the easiest group so far, hey?
For Algeria
I mean,
to come out
for
of it.
Algeria, they're the strongest there by far. Angola, not pushover, but not strong like some of the
Yeah,
other
and
teams.
they haven't been great in the past years, you know. So
I'm not seeing anything from Guinea-Bissau when it comes to the AFCON.
I love what Lwalwa Ntunzela is saying. It's like South Africa is going to the Afcon for sightseeing.
Wow. In Ivory Coast.
Can we have some faith in Bafana?
Hey, guys,
we have
where's
a
the
couple of days
positivity,
remaining,
yeah?
guys. Let's have some
No,
faith.
Marco,
in
you
that.
set the tone.
Safa would misplace the prize money.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Thanks, Gift. Safa would misplace the prize money.
Let's set the tone here. Ne? How far do you think Bafana is going to finish? Or how far do you think they're going to go?
Group stages.
Past Mali, Namibia, Tunisia.
How far do you think they're going to go, Marco?
Hey, I can be hopeful and say round
Marco,
of 16. Be
no,
honest.
no. Be honest.
I think that South Africa, Bafana, will get enough points to progress from the group stages as one of the best third place finishers.
Shit.
How far do you think they're going to finish?
Round 16.
Okay, thank you. I don't even have to say your name.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
That's nice, my friend. Thank you for that. We need that.
Quarterfinals.
I think we're going to finish in the semifinals.
Okay, who's going to finish top of the group? Tunisia? Mali?
No,
Namibia?
South Africa's going to
South
finish
Africa?
top of the group.
South Africa's going to finish top
Yes.
of the group.
We're going to
ahead
beat-
of Tunisia and Mali.
We're going to beat Mali, draw Tunisia, and beat Namibia.
Okay. Mali, very physical side.
Namibia. Okay.
Can
Yeah, I think
Bafana
we're gonna-
handle the
I think-
physicality?
At most, I think we're gonna finish second here in this group.
Behind Tunisia.
No, behind Mali.
So Mali's going to lead.
Tunisia's
So Tunisia's going
the
to be third.
Tunisia is the highest ranked team in the group
Yeah.
for the FIFA rankings.
We never really struggle with Tunisia.
We've got 80% of our team is Sundowns, and Sundowns does very well with North African teams.
That's
Fair.
very
So we
that's a
should be
very
fine.
fair point.
That's a
Should
very
be fine.
strategic move also from Bruce. If that's
Who did
that's what
Philemon
he was
Masinga
taking.
score the goal against Len? That long range in.
It was against the DRC when we qualified for the World Cup.
Yes.
I think it was against the DRC.
When we won in 2000 and when we won in 96 the final, we won against who?
We won against Tunisia in the final when Mark Williams scored a brace.
Okay. So we don't have a problem with Tunisia.
Nah, we've got their number.
And then
I mean, look.
Now?
How many times have we beat? Even thingy. Widat fired their coach. After a couple of whippings,
And
they
I mean,
even-
I'd probably do the same thing if I was the.
they
the-
got
the-
beat
the
by
federation.
Kanaging.
Federation?
Juaning.
Galaxy.
Hey, but they beat Pirates also.
Hey,
Yeah,
my
they
man.
did.
So they are.
Pirates are not the
But it's Wydad.
Champions
You know
League
what I mean?
finalists.
It's Wydad. So
No, okay. Is it Wydad Pirates or is it Wydad Pirates?
it's Pirates Wydad.
At this point in time, Wydad are stronger than
Yeah,
Orlando
it's
Pirates.
like-
That's why
yeah.
they were Champions League finalists.
Yes, of
But
course.
Chiefs is.
What?
Sundowns.
Sorry.
You're trying to be funny.
Sorry. No. Chiefs
But
actually
listen.
did beat Wydad.
When Gavin was still there,
There's no laser beams and stuff in Cote d'Ivoire. So
are you sure?
There's people slaughtering chickens in the stadium. You decide.
do you think that the North African teams are going to the fans are going to bring their lasers into the stadium in Cote
I
d'Ivoire?
don't think FIFA should allow it. I
But they
think by
do.
now.
It's culture.
They do all the time, so
I get.
you
But
can't
I
put it
think
past
I-
them. Those ones, eh?
I actually think.
They even bring it here in South Africa. It's a masterpiece. So
And Loftus. I actually think this Afcon is going to go to a SADC country. Not sure which one.
Not Morocco.
Okay.
Could be Mozambique.
It couldn't be Mozambique, but
It could be
My
Mozambique.
favorites for the tournament are in the next group F: Morocco, DRC, Tanzania, and Zambia. Zambia aren't the team that won it a couple years ago anymore. Super sub.
sorry, what's that?
Zambia, not the team that won it a few years ago. Not
Yeah,
the
they've-
same level.
It was 2013, eh?
Yeah, it was 2013. No, not at the same level as well. I mean, even after that, I mean, they struggled a bit, you know. Yeah, look, I don't think so.
But Morocco, obviously, they're going to be tournament favorites. They're the highest ranked FIFA team.
Zambia Banule Biala.
They've got
Wow, Lynn.
they've got a world class Manchester United player who can play in many different positions. Apparently, according to Ten Hag, in Amrabat.
But apparently they're getting rid of him in Jan. I've heard rumors about that.
Man United might make him available, but he's not going to play for United anyway. He is going to Afcon. So who's going to pick him up in Jan?
Hey, so you guys are losing 2 players.
Probably
Jadon
more.
Sancho is not a Manchester United player.
No, I'm talking
We're losing
about
a player from our
Onana
reserves.
and Amrabat.
Oh,
No, Onana is gone. I mean, Sancho's gone.
Sancho's
Yeah,
gone.
we know
Sancho's
that.
gone.
Yes, but also, aren't you probably going to lose Martial if they don't extend?
They're not losing anybody.
They're not losing.
Wow.
It's like
I'm not doing this.
Anthony is even welcome to transfer from Brazil to African side if he wants to.
It's like that chair leaving our studios. It's like, okay, cool. We'll still do the episode. That's
No one was sitting there.
Wow.
You're on fire today, nah?
Okay,
I missed you guys.
favorite for the tournament?
I think we mentioned those, eh?
South Africa and Nigeria for me.
Yeah, we did.
You?
It has to be Ivory Coast.
As a home side?
As a home side, definitely.
Nigeria there for you?
Nigeria should be there as well. I mean, Nigeria, Morocco.
Mohamed Salah in great form can carry Egypt.
Yeah, the list
The
goes
longer
long.
he stays, the longer he stays at Afcon, the better for
Arsenal.
most of us.
And Liverpool. Oh, shame.
No, he's been in great form again for Liverpool, and he's reinvented his game in many ways, and he just keeps scoring goals, that boy, and assisting.
And Arsenal can have a party.
Ben.
Slow down, man.
No, man. Like,
Tsepi, final thoughts on AFCON?
Because we're playing them on Sunday, but we'll get there.
I think my top 5 teams that are probably
Top
going
five,
to come out, yes, victorious.
No, top 4.
Okay, top 4.
Relegate one.
Egypt, Senegal. I think Cameroon still has it in them, and Ivory Coast.
No Morocco.
Egypt, Senegal,
Bafana.
Cameroon. No, but she has already said Bafana will only make group stages.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So she can't have Bafana.
I'm
on
Where
trying to be a
is your-
realist, but if I'm
where
going to be
is your-
patriotic,
Where is your
If
bloody
I'm going to be-
patriotism?
Why are you being Lyle Foster?
crazier things have happened in the past, okay? Crazier things have happened, and if that is the case, then at least they come home with that 1.5 US.
So, you say Bafana won't make semifinals?
Quarters.
Are you mental?
Quarterfinals. 1.5 is the quarters,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, quarterfinals.
Crap, it's fine.
Okay, so let's jet off. We're running out of time. We've spent a lot of time
Yeah,
on the
we
continent. Tepi,
Let me see. What do I have for worldwide?
we are jetting off with Tepi worldwide, around the world with Tepi worldwide.
The
Okay.
aviator.
Brought to you by Betway. Getway More.
Midway more.
Hey,
okay.
Aviator. Hey, ballers, tell us how much money you're losing on that Aviator app.
winning.
How much you making, actually?
So winning? Yes.
I don't know how it works, actually.
Neither do I.
Just go with Tippy Worldwide.
Lots
Take
of
the
ballers
flight.
saying that Morocco will win it, but yeah.
The same Morocco that South Africa beat. Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to speak on just actually two. Something quite interesting. The team that Peter Mosimane had coached, you remember that he played, coached them for 10 matches, won 6 and lost 4, but then he was let go. It is Al Wada. Yes, they have found a new coach finally, and his name is Goran Tovgedrich. So they have found a replacement for him. And another one is that CR7 being the top goal scorer for 2023.
He scored more goals than the whole of Manchester United for
There we
2023.
go. But I mean, is it not because it's an easier league also?
Yeah, definitely.
No, when it comes to CR7,
I
you
knew
can't
who
say
would clap
that.
for that.
Sorry?
No,
I
but
knew who would clap
do you
for
think? Do you honestly think in a top European league, Cristiano Ronaldo would be the top scorer for 2023?
Marco, when he was at United, how many goals did he score?
No, he scored many. He still scores goals. Don't get me wrong, and it's a great achievement still. And he is, without a doubt, one of the greatest of all time. But
When you're playing against sheep,
This
How many?
Saudi
Okay,
league.
let me throw it back at you. How many goals did Sadio Mane score in that league?
Hey, not the same. Hey?
Okay, in which team does he?
He plays for Ronaldo's team.
Thank you very much. Who do you think is going to be the primary goal scorer?
And I'm just saying he's a striker
I'm
as
also
well.
asking. I'm also
So
asking.
it's not easy. It's not easy to score goals.
No, I don't
we can
want
look at
to-
other players.
No,
there.
no, no. Look, let's give
don't want-
Cristiano Ronaldo his props.
That's what I'm saying.
Give him his flowers.
That's all I'm saying.
He's done very well. He's a great player, a good
He's
professional.
excellent.
League status or not, hooray. Whether it's difficult or it's easy.
Oh, there's no jacuzzi or what?
Exactly.
Salah.
Or
He
he's
still
not,
scores goals.
or he's not getting paid in Dobsonville. It doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. That the man has been scoring goals like it's
Yes.
going out of fashion.
Let's
So
give him. Let's give him.
Yeah.
his
we
props.
just leave it at that.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's
Okay.
not compete with in it's not fair. It's 2024 on ONSIDE, brought to you by Betway, Getway More. We are going to do better.
Better with Betway. Okay, so we were in the Middle East.
Boom,
and
boom,
then,
boom.
Aye.
let's just go very quickly to Brazil or Argentina in this case, actually South America. Sorry. Argentina are to retire the jersey number 10 after Messi retires.
No.
Well deserved. No, please. One of the greatest to ever play the game. They didn't retire to after Maradona. It shows how much better Messi is than Diego Maradona.
That's another conversation on its own.
Does he have a hand of God?
VAR won't let you anymore. Those days are gone.
I think the only way he would able to get the hand of God.
I give up.
In VAR time,
I'm
England
done.
would have a second World Cup.
I don't like those things, man.
Guys,
What?
before
Retiring jerseys.
Yeah, I mean,
A jersey number is a jersey number, right? It does not define a person.
it does not define a person.
So initially, jersey numbers are, especially in international football, right? They are positional based more than they are preference.
status or
And who was more important for that Argentina World Cup? Should they retire number one if Emiliano Martinez leaves? Because he was more important in that World Cup final than Messi, I think.
If Barcelona was saying they were retiring number 10, I
Exactly.
think it's done more for
United
Barcelona.
could have retired number 7.
Yeah.
Arsenal could have retired
United,
number 14.
but what I'm saying
should
is
have retired number 7.
Football should not be like that. Because, I mean,
I know Pirates retired 10.
I mean, they're creating
Yeah.
a glass ceiling, really.
yeah, so, I mean, there's going to be youngsters who gonna have inspiration of wearing the jersey number 10 just because the great Messi has worn that
And they
number
aspire
10.
No,
to
but
it.
it's position that you play. Why should it be retired? What are you retiring
That's
it
what
for?
I'm saying, because many people will still aspire to.
So
their-
are you
Yes.
saying, okay, cool, he was so great, nothing better is going to come out of him. Imagine
that say about the
Imagine
future?
if we retired cell phones after the 3310.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was the greatest phone ever at that time.
It's the greatest phone in history.
At that time.
in history.
Okay, Marco, next
I
time
get where he's going, yeah.
we want you to use the 3310 for a week and we'll see.
Well, I'm using
Ebenezer
one.
Klungwani says Barcelona wanted to retire the number 10 jersey, but La Liga blocked it.
Very, very quickly, guys, and this is going to be a very quick one, but I think this conversation is one that needs to happen. I'm going to bring it to South Africa because we not get the chance to talk about this one. Swallows and the situation about the PSL not allowing them to sign on a new sponsor.
Len Moleko?
Tabang,
Gold
can I
Rush.
get my other shirt there? Sorry. Anyway, I digress. They have to face the music. It's as simple as that.
I mean, them going through financial woes and the PSL not allowing them, but
so-
in the background, yes.
So Swallows
continue.
is saying players wanted bonuses prior to bonuses being paid.
That was on Christmas, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yeah. But like, this is bringing our football to shame, man.
I agree.
In what
it is
sense? How
embarrassing.
has it
Two
brought it
matches
to
have not
shame?
been played because
How has
players
it brought
have
it to
taken
shame?
How does a team not show up for a fixture?
Oh, that is embarrassing. I thought you were talking about the money issue.
No. I'm talking about a team not showing up for because the team, if they say, okay, cool, we're not gonna pay your salaries or we're not gonna pay your bonuses, if that is the real situation, sharp, cool. Okay, did you pay my salary? Yes, I got my what in. I've got a fixture that I need to. And you know what I liked is what Sundowns did. They went to the stadium, showed up, and went in the field.
Yeah,
They
because
honored the fixture.
that's the right thing to do. Because had they not gone to the stadium, they were also going to be in trouble.
Yes, I mean
Okay,
that's what
Mare,
happened
what
in
happens? Okay,
with
cool.
Royal AM back in the day. No, yes, remember when they decided not to play a match, and I believe Cheaper then came in anyway, and they showed up.
Yes,
and that's when,
Chiefs also did the same thing
Yes,
during
you have to
COVID
show
when
up.
they were short of players because they had a COVID situation.
Yeah.
So for me, it's okay. What happened to MDC teams? If you're playing Sundowns, you know you're gonna lose anyway. Like just play your MDC team. Hey.
But remember, you've got like 25 registered players.
Okay, let's just conclude this one. And the story is that there might be a conspiracy and that SuperSport is trying to push in their sponsor. There are many conspiracies, mind you, and they're saying that SuperSport has their own betting platform, and they want to put their platform as the main sponsor. And
So
maybe
to
there
be
might
clear,
a
the
contract.
broadcaster, not SuperSport United.
No, my darling,
football team,
the
broadcaster.
broadcaster.
No, they do.
SuperSport.
There is something called SuperSport Bet. Yes.
Exactly. And the conspiracy is that SuperSport is not allowing this because they want to then put in their sponsor to be the main sponsor, and there might be a conflict. But
Are you
then it goes back to the question of,
Are you talking about Gold Rush?
yes, my darling.
Okay, cool. But Javi would be cool with this. So we spoke about a couple of betting sponsors. There's 10Bet, which sponsors
Golden Arrows.
Exactly.
There was
Bafana
no issue with
Bafana.
that.
Exactly.
But people will always align that with like, chairman,
Yes,
There's no issue.
Madu, yes.
Gold Rush was given a contract to sign.
They had to sign something and they refused.
They refused to sign. And then it did not go through the PSL board of approval thing.
Yeah.
That's the whole case. It's not that the PSL blocked Gold Rush from supporting Swallows. It's because Gold Rush, the sponsor, were told, no, this is where things start and this is where they end. And they were like,
Those are house rules, basically.
Yeah. I went to Itiski Times and I really had to read this one. PSL is holding out for SuperSport betting arm, which wants to aggressively take on Hollywood Bets and Betway. Dynamic, however, is that the PSL is putting way too many eggs in
No
one
chance.
basket.
They will never- they
DStv
don't have a
has
chance.
control in terms of
They
being
don't
the
have a
main
chance.
broadcasting sponsor.
Not in this lifetime.
Soul Motion Dlamini says in the comments, want bonuses while you're not winning trophies or winning cues. These players, though.
Yeah, I agree with him. And I mean, I
Spoiled.
don't know what kind of ship Swallows it's sailing there, where bonuses should be to management discretion. It's performance based, and if the company has done well, because at the
Then
end of
you
the
get
day,
bonuses.
it's an entity.
Unless if you
it-
work for government.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
if you work for
But I
government.
think financially, the financial, administration of Swallows is something that needs to be questioned or just looked into, and it might be even bigger than what we know or might even anticipate. Then we can start to go back to the interview. Yeah, Cheese Boy, and he was saying that there were challenges, and maybe that's why he was let go. So you might find that it has been something that was coming for an awful long time, and it's only now starting to materialize.
Oh, I just thought of something, ne?
Yeah.
Think, friend. Continue.
Super Sport and the what thing, ne? Have a better chance. Oh, actually, Cape Town Spurs have a better chance of winning the league than that Super Sport thing has to get way more.
Speaking of fairy tales,
Let's move, my friend.
let's move on to La Liga. Shots, can you give me back my screen there? Let's move to La Liga because the fairy tale story in La Liga.
Guys, I need to.
So, Shots, when I ask for my screen back, can you move your YouTube there for me for a second?
So I'm going to ask, and I think I'm going to go back to a conversation that we had earlier on, I think it was in November or October. What's going to happen?
With what?
Girona, Man City,
Hey.
Champions League.
It's going to be interesting because I fancy them to qualify because they've got a really, really good side.
At the way they're going, they are relentless. They are
Joint league leaders with
Yes.
Real Madrid, behind on goal difference, I believe. Real Madrid, they equal on points. They've been playing really great football, and I've got them on my tactics board here. And, it's been absolutely incredible to see. And looking at the tactics board here right now, there's some really fantastic players that we can look through. Looking here at Savio, the right winger, he gave Atletico Madrid such a hard time in the opening stages of the game, creating two great opportunities within 2 minutes. And he reminds me of the real Brazilian wingers of the past that were difficult to deal with. I remember Brazilian wingers having pace and skill and ability that they were hard to deal with. And this Savio over here has been absolutely fantastic. I'll bring it up here on the big screen.
the next Man City player next season.
A possibility, and he could be interesting. But another player that I want to pick out over here, and he's a name that a lot of football fans are going to be more familiar with, is Daley Blind.
Your former player.
Former player for Manchester United. Daley Blind has
So
been
he went-
absolutely
So he was
critical.
so he was at Ajax, went to Man United, went back to Ajax, and then went to Girona.
Yes. And he is instrumental in this Girona side who play from the back, much like many La Liga sides. You have a little bit more time in the back there without the heavy metal football that was brought by Jurgen Klopp into the Premier League of the high press. But Daley Blind works like a American football quarterback in this Girona side, laying the passes
what's that guy?
from deep.
The famous one.
Tom
Brady.
Tom
or something.
Brady.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a Tom Brady there in Girona. And he's been absolutely instrumental. And Garcia, look out for this boy in the future. He was phenomenal. And then captaining the side for Girona against Atletico Madrid was Fernandez on
That's
this
our
left wing.
Garcia, actually, eh?
Sorry?
It's from Manchester City, eh?
Yeah, he's on loan. And he, fantastic game against Atleti, who also played a phenomenal game. Let's not talk about Girona only. This was one of the most entertaining games I've seen in a long time. It finished 4-3, and it was just such a great game to watch, especially the first half. Girona were all over Atletico Madrid. So really, really phenomenal performance from Girona. And this fairy tale side over here might just go all the way. The only concern, obviously, is squad depth.
Yeah.
When fixtures start coming in more thick and fast, a team like Real Madrid have the deepest side.
I January they can get Phillips.
Yeah, because he's probably on his way out, isn't he?
Anyway, Ebenezer Hlungwani is saying Girona should be ahead of Madrid. That team is just well balanced and very well structured.
Yeah, they are well structured. And I mean,
Of course, you're going to say that.
no. Come on. Now, my affiliation to City has got nothing to do with other clubs, man.
Asaz.
So I think, Glenn, I mean, if ever they do qualify for Champions League, I mean, the stock of that club should have shot up. I mean,
Oh,
it's
but
it's a
remember
good
when
way to cash
I
out.
think there's probably going to be a conflict.
Yeah,
Yes,
then they can cash
remember
out.
that situation exactly.
Sell the shares.
It might be a Manu Girona if it gets to it.
Yeah, sell the shares back to the club.
It's going to be a Manchester Girona team.
Menrona.
Menrona.
Girona City.
Girona seed.
Oh wow, that sounds nice actually.
They can just
Shots,
sell the
thank you for
club.
that.
But
You
big
can
up to
bring
them.
your
FA Cup this weekend.
Yes.
Big game.
If anyone says other than one fixture as the big game in the FA Cup this weekend, then they haven't watched English football for long enough.
Wait, Spurs is playing tonight.
That's not a big game.
Oh,
When
it's
you
Spurs,
look at-
yeah, you're right.
The big game
It's
is
weekend.
the Tyne-Wear derby.
Newcastle
Sundowns-
versus Sunderland.
Sunderland versus Newcastle. What a game that's going to... It's been
And
the
they
first
must
derby for years.
They must keep the horses away from that fixture.
But it's going to be an interesting one because
No, for
Sunderland
sure.
are playing football. The Championship is not an easy place to play.
No, for sure.
And Newcastle looking very flat because of all the injuries in that side, all the fixtures they've had to compete in,
It's
etc.
not looking good, eh?
And it's a derby, so that is going to be a great game to watch this weekend.
What about the FA Liverpool and Arsenal?
That's
Nice.
we know who's going to win that game.
Is it?
It's a team that plays in red.
They're both playing red.
Because the other one is going to play in white.
Yeah, because I
FA
can
Cup.
Arsenal's playing away. And what are
No,
the chances?
Arsenal is definitely going to lose that game.
Even without Mo Salah, because he would have been in Africa at that time, that might also be a contributing factor. Yes, no?
Where are you?
Oh, yeah, in Africa.
He would be on the continent.
On our continent, yes.
But I don't think he would have traveled yet. If
He won't be playing.
If Onana is living on this, on the why would Salah leave today? Of all
Friend, Salah
days?
is going to miss the FA on Sunday.
Yeah,
Nah, I doubt it.
it's confirmed.
He is. It's confirmed. He's missing FAs. He's missing EFL with Fulham.
Okay,
He's
do your
missing-
Danny, your
Yeah.
Don move again.
Please, friend, do your thing.
Hey, Salah's missing. Yeah.
No. I actually want Arsenal to lose that game because they deserve it. They've been
Talking about...
No,
Shega
you know
and
what?
win.
He wants to shape the narrative himself. He's a smart one, this one.
That is a good point.
Aha.
Ballers are going to pick up on that one as well. Huh? Bet
He's
against
trying to-
Arsenal and they're going to win the league.
So now he's pulling the under. Len, we're not your children here, my friend. You are now pulling the underdog
Yeah,
card
he's
now.
acting on
it's not the
some
underdog
whatever.
card.
No, you are. My man, you were on
it's-
top of the world when this league began, and then you were rolling, and then you were
No,
enjoying
you
it.
were on top of the world when the league began. I'm saying Arsenal need to account. Arteta is starting to make very questionable decisions in terms of his starting 11.
Okay.
How do you go leave a Jesus on the bench and start with Nketiah? You get better traction. You get better.
Yeah, because
Attacking thingy.
Jesus gives you more
Yes.
in terms of driving play than Nketiah would.
And you get rid of Martinelli, who was not performing for like a good 80 minutes. You get rid of him in the 80th minute, and only then you bring Lisandro Trossard. Like
That should have been an earlier swap.
exactly.
Could it be that it is that time of the year?
No, but Trossard hasn't played as many games as Martinelli,
No, no,
so
no,
the
no,
fresh
no.
legs.
No, the
I'm
Arsenal.
saying it has nothing to do with Arteta's tactics. It is just that time of the year where Arsenal do what Arsenal does best.
Choke on their Christmas
Talk
dinner.
on the Christmas turkey.
And that's when Manu comes back stronger than City. Sorry.
Excuse who?
Manu,
That's when City-
Manu do actually normally come back stronger, but
Yo,
hey,
woo!
yo-yos.
Boop. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
yo.
Back where?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but City generally, and also I mean the likes of your favorite De Bruyne is back, and that also might also.
Oh, he's back in training, right?
Yeah,
He's been training.
He's
Yes.
fine. He's healthy. He looks. I mean, for a 30-year-old, you know, he looks okay. He looks healthy.
I
so
tell you who
it's
City
going
would
to be
want back.
interesting. Tell me.
Especially after watching Barcelona this
Gundogan.
weekend. Gundogan. You know, when Rodri was missing from the side, Man City
Yo.
were really missing that extra midfielder option that they had.
Yeah, 'cause
so
Gundogan
having
can always push
Gundogan
back.
and Rodri in the same side
Good
was big
combo.
for that treble push last season.
Yeah, no,
So
definitely.
do you know what's something very interesting, guys? So when we were away, right? Because we all went away,
And now
on
we're back
holiday.
home. Now we
Do
play
you know,
home. Yes,
some
yes.
people went overseas. Some people went to Cape Town. Some people were in Joburg, like me.
Oh,
And I was playing FIFA or whatever they call it now.
EAFC.
Thank you. On PS5.
Hey.
No, we must. There's levels, chief.
That's why you stay in Joburg.
yo, that's where his vacation went. Yes.
Barcelona is actually the one team that I played with closest to Bayern that I felt I was very formidable with. And looking at the type of personnel that they have versus the rest of the other teams, and in terms of what they have, in terms of depth on the bench, a lot of teams do not have.
Yeah, Real Madrid, Barcelona always have the depth.
Yeah.
So
But for a change,
Oh, yeah, and
Barcelona has
speaking of
better
depth-
depth on the bench
Yo.
than Real Madrid.
Okay, but speaking of Real Madrid, so what's happening with PSG is your boy eventually going.
there's going to be no news in January. We're going to
decided.
You know, this the thing about Mbappe is that it comes to January and it's just content for Fabrizio Romano, and then nothing happens.
So you
But
don't see him
I
going
think
to Real?
that Real Madrid officially allowed to put in a bid for him to sign a contract in the summer. Real Madrid aren't going to make signings with money now in January, but they might just pick up Mbappe on the free for the summer.
Yep.
But guys, okay, cool. Let's ask.
Because let's be honest, Mbappe turned down huge money for Saudi for a reason.
Okay,
He's
cool.
only ever wanted Real Madrid.
Okay, let me ask a question.
Eventually, it's gonna have to go there.
But
Yeah.
would he even have a place there?
Wait,
100%.
I'm getting there.
Mbappe.
Exactly.
I'm getting there, but not the way you
Okay,
were.
okay,
yeah,
sharp,
I'm
okay.
getting in a different tone.
Find
yeah?
your yes. Okay.
Yeah. Top 3 players in the world that you would sign for your team right now. I'm gonna start with you.
In terms of
Top 3.
player, it doesn't matter what they're going to cost.
Doesn't matter goalkeeper or nana. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But give a little bit of context.
No, I want no.
Just
I wanna
3
see, I wanna
players
see something
for
3
your
players.
side.
For
If you were the manager of any club.
Whether they are in a
any
long-term contract,
it
like
doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
It
You've
doesn't
you've got
matter.
100 billion
Blank
to
check.
spend.
You are Saudi.
Okay.
Okay. So I love talent. So Vinny for me, number 1. Who's my boy from Madrid already?
Rodrigo.
No.
Jude.
Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham. So I'll take Vinny, I'll take Bellingham, and then let's go to Premier League.
You can even take Itumeleng Kune. That's fine.
No. No.
That's a hard no.
I'll
give him
probably
a chiller's punch.
I'll take Haaland.
Haaland, yo, that's a formidable side.
Haaland.
Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. and Erling Haaland.
And Haaland, yeah.
Super sub?
Rodrigo from
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Yes.
from Real Madrid. Yeah, definitely Haaland. Who else?
So you just Pep.
And Mo Salah.
Okay, cool. And you?
Okay. I want to answer this question twice. Once, I want to answer it with your blank checkbook and 100% with Tepi on Jude Bellingham. I think he's the best player on the planet right now, today. Kylian Mbappe, 100%. Mbappe is unmanageable and you can't deal with the man.
He's a monster.
He's a monster. And I'd probably pick up a young talent from somewhere just because you can pick up a young talent. And I would go with Anthony from... I'm joking.
What? You see my eyes?
Not a chance.
I would go with Arda from Real Madrid, the young Turkish boy.
Oh, yes.
I forgot his name now, but 100% I'd go with him. Len Moleko, give me yours before I switch this up on you.
Okay, cool. Let me just read a few comments from the ballers. Zbonelo Mkunu saying Bellingham, Foden, and Odegaard.
Okay, Foden should be up there. Yeah?
Luto Sola is saying Son, Jude, and Madison.
Good one.
Okay, Son.
And then Amu Denny saying Bellingham, Mbappe, and Kevin De Bruyne.
Kamavinga's a good one there.
Okay, cool. So let me switch it up on you. Bukayo Saka, 1.
Okay.
Is it? Okay.
Even the
good
blonde
day.
one.
No.
Maman, give
Dye
us
your
the-
hair
before-
back.
no.
Before the blonde hair.
You said 3.
I said Bukayo Saka number 1.
Yeah, come with the next one. We don't have time.
Okay, cool. Sharp. Next one is Martin Odegaard
Okay. Odegaard.
Haaland.
and Jude Bellingham.
Okay. You tired of cooking rice?
It's not
that-
fantastic right now.
Come. That one, yeah.
Thank you, Gift Arda Gula.
That one,
is the problem the slip?
It's not fantastic. That was amazing.
No. It's amen. It's typical.
Okay, I'm gonna spin it around for you.
and
One
also
player
no-
for your actual club that's actually a reasonable decision.
One player.
One player now for your club, the club you support. That's actually reasonable. Like it's a possibility.
I'll
For
get
him to
James.
want to come or leave.
For you that you would sign now. You're a manager of
okay.
your club. You've got a realistic checkbook.
With enough money, I'd go get James Madison for Arsenal.
Okay, it's not gonna happen. He's not reasonable. He's at Spurs. He's brand new signing.
If with enough money.
Okay, Tepi.
Give me a second because I actually
Okay,
had
super sub.
also
One
sub,
player
'cause
that I
this-
can get for my team.
For City
For City
today,
jeez.
City have enough money, but you know City maybe need one signing, probably in midfield,
Probably
and
especially number
a
6.
reasonable, not Jude Bellingham, whatever.
Somebody
it's not
just
going
say
to happen.
Garnacho.
I'll go for Kamavinga. You know why, Marco?
Kamavinga.
Yeah, for that number 6 to be a backup to Rodri.
I agree. If you could get him
Yeah.
from Real Madrid. For me, guys, there's one that stands out. Tepi, give me yours.
Yes. Okay, so hypothetically, I'm Chelsea. And I think, yes, if, they were splashing out.
Don't be hypothetical. Be
You're Chelsea.
But I
okay.
don't have a team.
Yeah, but okay,
can we
hypothetically,
give you a
So I'm
Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, and as much as I went out there and they were splashing their money around and they went shopping, but there's a
Jackson.
player, Ivan Toney.
That's not
Ivan Toney.
but that's $100 million, eh?
Exactly. That's like getting money.
I can bet on him actually.
Ivan
Yeah?
Toney, yes.
Yeah, but I think Ivan Toney's gonna be.
Yeah.
Hey,
This guy
hey,
today.
you're on fire
He
today,
is on
Len.
a roll.
No, he has missed the mic.
You can't bet on Ivan Toney. He'll do that himself.
No,
He doesn't need you to do it for him. But for me, there's one player that really stands out in this transfer window as the most, and I will be shocked if clubs do not meet his buyout clause right now today. Paulo Dybala. Paulo Dybala is available. What do you think he costs?
Sure, Paulo. I mean,
Is he not free?
How much did Roma get him for?
Cheap.
I think it's probably worth like 30.
Also understand
Okay,
that
he's
Roma
worth
got
30.
him.
What do you think?
He's nothing less than 50.
Okay, Tepi, Dybala.
yeah, actually, he is still quite cheap.
Yeah, 30. He's 30 years old.
Yeah,
Okay,
quite cheap.
A World Cup
he
winner.
has a clause in his contract, Paulo Dybala, that a club outside of Italy just needs to meet his buyout clause and the decision is his. Roma cannot turn down 12 million euros.
Yep. It says
Sure.
12
What
to
a
18.
bargain. What a Paulo Dybala. If I'm Arsenal today, I'm going in for Paulo Dybala.
Yeah,
If
and
I'm
the
Sundowns,
30, I mean,
if I'm Sundowns, I can afford Paulo Dybala.
He's not going to go to Sundowns.
I'm just saying, it's like,
Yeah, they
can we
might
be
depreciate
ambitious?
his value.
You know,
on that
Ebenezer
level?
says here, Dybala would be great for Man United, don't you guys think? I actually can't disagree with that. I just think that Man United need to stick Anthony on the
And would
bench
they
and
even
keep
afford him?
Ahmad 12 million euros.
Has
Manchester
Jim-
Oh, yeah,
United
but-
can
oh,
buy him
so I
5
thought we
times.
talked
Has
about-
Jim
yeah,
started
yeah.
his job?
Hey?
Jim. Say Jim.
Yeah, the official takeover is during this month. And but they will already approve all the signings before they come into play. So
But I mean, I think also to see the improvement or the changes they are going to eventually make is going to take some time. It's not going to be like a one month wonder situation.
no, I think, but they will be in charge of any signings that happen now, and I think they're going to restrict Man United from signing a lot of players. I think this is not the time to sign players for Manchester United.
But
I
do
think
they
the
even
summer
have
window
the capacity also because
financial.
of if yes,
but they make so
exactly.
much money.
Is
That's
United
the
still in the
that's
forest
how,
right now?
yeah. Don't come with this Forest tendencies.
Okay.
We just Manchester United's unlucky that they played against Nottingham Forest before Afcon started because Forest are losing 7 players to the
They
tournament.
are, yeah. And speaking
You're
of players
losing-
losing
you're
players,
losing
because I
two.
mean Liverpool is losing
Are we-
3. You guys are losing 2. Wait, I think I have a list here.
I know we're losing 2, but are we losing?
Are you though?
Are we losing? Amrabat and
Are you gonna
Onana?
Are you gonna call De Gea back?
Maybe.
Because he's free right
I
now,
would.
isn't
I
he?
would do it. He's free.
Yeah.
I would do it
For a month?
if he's prepared to do it.
Well, it's Cameroon. Okay, maybe 3 weeks. Not like Bafana.
Give or take.
Bafana's 2 weeks.
Guys,
Bafana's
I think,
2 weeks. Wow.
any
We're
closing
back there.
thoughts?
Tepe worldwide?
Guys, Sancho.
Oh, the Jadon Sancho thing. He's
No,
already
he's going
going
to
to
Dortmund.
Dortmund
He's going back
on
home.
loan.
Going back
Good
home.
for
Yeah,
him. Happy
going
for
home.
him.
Yeah.
Good for Man United to get a little bit of wages off the books and maybe get some money in. And good for Dortmund. He'll play well there. He'll want to
He
play
will.
there.
And it will increase his value again, isn't it?
It's not like his value dropped.
What value? There's no one wants to pay
I mean,
money
he's
for
playing
him
PS
today.
right now.
Are they gonna?
TP.
So with the
PS5.
Yes.
Like Len.
PS5.
Did you play against him when everyone else is on the beaches?
Guys, he's still a quality player. He's
He
just on the
is.
sideline.
He is, but I mean, if I were him, I'm okay with just still getting my money. But you're a
the-
footballer, so you will miss being on the pitch.
for
and
the
that's what sucks
record,
for him. It's 4
I
months
played with England in one of the games that I was playing with a friend online, and I did not choose Jadon Sancho in my starting 11. I opted for Marcus Rashford instead.
Because of the pace stat.
No,
now. For what?
because
Personal pride.
Because
So you're a 10 Hag baby.
no, I was siding with Mark. I was thinking about you guys in my time away.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank
Don't
you,
be
Lynn.
weird.
And you know who we were thinking about the entire time away is the Ballers. Thank you so much for joining us once again on Onside ZA. Remember to stay onside with us. Don't be offside. Be onside with us and Betway, where you get way more. Thank you, Lynn Moleko, Tepi
you,
Worldwide, and Super Sub.
Danko.
Danko.
What's happening next Tuesday?
Next week, Tuesday, we will be back on Tuesday night. So we live on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. to free up your Fridays for Groove.
And finally, friend.
I love that.
I love that, my friend.
You spent too much time in Cape Town, Marco.
Once again, the winner. What's his name again, friend?
You've got it written down. I forgot it. But anyway,
gosh, I have to
we
say it
announced it.
again. Yeah,
You
we've
said
announced it,
you know
yeah.
that you've won. We're gonna
Congratulations to
contact me on Instagram DMs and we'll be sending your Betway top up to you.
Are you guys not back at I think everybody's still on leave, ne?
Yeah, I am actually. Eh?
I'm the only one who's back at work.
And me, I'm back here.
Even me.
Yeah, today.
though.
And you're talking about today. I mean, Tepi is she even changed her hair.
But
By
that's
the
how
way,
I
nice
always
hair.
am, my friend. Thank you, my friend.
Is the
Marco-
show done?
Yeah?
Is the show done?
Yeah, we're wrapping up and talking nonsense.
Okay, my friend.
This man doesn't want to let go of
Come
mic.
finish, rap.
He doesn't want to
You
let
must
go
go
of
to
the
your
mic
other
today.
work. Come.
Just whistle. Let's go.
Stay on side.
Don't be offside, be onside with us and Betway, where you get way more.
More.
Whistle.
Danke means thank you.
Danko.
His whistle is left in the sea.
Hey, you're on fire today, Lynn.
Yeah, no, my friend.
Full of jokes.